I don't think you guys know this about Beckham. This is a diagnosis that I don't think I've ever told you guys about, which is honestly kind of surreal because I tell you absolutely everything. I've never felt more accomplished. It is 10 a.m. and Blakely and Beckham are both dressed, hair done, ready to go. We have already got Beckham started on therapy this morning. He's in a stander, as you guys can see, and he is doing amazing. How is it going, babe? I haven't heard one complaint. He is standing so upright and straight. He has such great balance this morning. I'm so proud of him. Look at that. He will even let go of the stander just temporarily. I do have both straps attached to him right now. I've just found that that's a little bit easier and he can go for a little bit longer when we do that. Oh, hello, my handsome boy. You look amazing, my gorgeous boy. I'll kind of walk around here and show you guys the back of the stander. This is the brand new one that we ordered. Finally, it came. I'm so excited. So you guys can see that first strap just around his bum. Well, he also has a little black strap that's also around his waist that just buckles. That gives him a little bit more of additional support. Then his little feet down here, they are on like these little sticky pads so that they stay in place, and then his knees are in those little pads. But as you guys can tell, he is just doing so well. And then of course, we've got Sis over here supporting. One thing that I love about the stander is that Blakely can touch Beckham and interact with him without tipping him over. So it's really, really nice that he can stand for therapy while she's awake and I don't have to keep them apart. Another huge benefit of him standing is I've talked to you guys a little bit about his hips and that we don't want those hips to fall out of the socket or those little balls to come out of the socket. And the more that he weight bears on his feet and on his legs, the more unlikely that that is to happen. So we are going to continue standing every single day just for a small period of time so that he can get more and more strength built in his legs and more balance in his torso. Do I have my little dancing queen over here? You guys, look at this little hairdo. I'm living for it. I think it's so cute. Blakely just plays like in the hair stuff while I do her hair, and she's been way more tolerant of me keeping it out of her eyes. So we just went for some double pigtails today. Blakely. That shower is for mommy. Are you trying to shower with mama?
No. Daddy.
I'm in my bathroom getting ready and I hear somebody coming for mama. Did you find me in the bathroom? Oh my goodness, you are the smartest little boy. You guys, he follows me all around the house now, which is so cool that he's just showing the cognition to be able to determine where I'm at in the house and follow me there. It's so sweet. Are you gonna help mommy get ready for the day? Yeah, and then are we gonna film some TikToks for fun? Does that sound fun, Bubba? Does that sound fun? Your sissy's really got the TV blasting out there. Should we go check on her? Let's go check on her. All right, sissy's alive. Bubba's alive. Mommy showered and everyone is alive. That is quite the accomplishments. Good job. Hey guys, welcome back to the House of Hughes. As you can tell, I am only half ready right now. My hair is like crazy because I had it pinned back to do my makeup, but the kids are in bed. I hope you guys enjoyed that fun little intro this morning. Beckham has already done standing therapy today. I cannot believe that I had my kids dressed and ready by 10 a.m. Like that is literally shocking to me. I swear that Hunter and I switching gym times has just changed my life. I need to go do something about my hair before you guys have to look at me for too long. So I'm gonna let you guys help me get dressed this morning and just kind of get ready for the day. I want to film some TikToks with the kids when they wake up. So we are doing like double the social media content today for YouTube and TikTok. I feel like I look so extra when I get out of the shower because of this fluffy pink robe. I just got it from Victoria's Secret like literally ages ago. It has like spray tan stained on the inside. It's just like a disaster. But I've been living in my robe lately because you girls get me. Like if you wash your hair, it's like this whole process. Getting ready is so much longer because if you wash your hair, then you have to like let it air dry just to the point of not ruining the shower because you don't want to spend like your entire morning blow drying your hair, but you need to let it like half air dry because you have to blow dry the roots so it's voluminous. It's just like this whole thing. So I somehow kept the kids alive, as you guys saw, while I showered and washed my hair, which was a literal miracle. I'm not gonna lie though, I did have Beckham in his stander and I had Blakely in the high chair, so they were kind of like locked away while I was actually in the shower, which is key for me. I obviously need to find something a little bit more efficient to put my camera on because right now you guys are just like in the middle of Hunter's clothes and like his side of the closet, but this is as good as we are gonna get. So I think I'm actually gonna put on real clothes today, which is a literal miracle. Well, no, that, maybe, you know what? Scratch that. No, I should. What should I wear? Give me a second. Okay, we went with real clothes. I know. I'm also shocked. I just went with this cute little top from Free People and my pants are also from Free People. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they have big holes in the knees here. Let me show you in my other mirror. Okay guys, so this is the outfit. I just have a tighter top like I showed you, and then these jeans are super cute. They're like a mom jean vibe, and I do love the way they kind of fit in the back. I think the holes are super cute and flattering, and I also just love that they're comfortable because I'm obviously moving around. I'm like chasing around a toddler. Well, Blakely's almost a toddler. You guys get what I mean. And Beckham, I'm just like helping him move everywhere. And so I need something that's actually comfortable, but I'm just like, I'm really proud of myself for trying to get ready more. I do obviously need to do my hair. It's looking a little bit crazy, but it's blow dried. So thank goodness for that. but I need to probably curl it. I am going to dinner with a friend tonight, so I'm probably just gonna curl it for the entire week. When I curl my hair, I expect the curls to stay for 7 days with minimal touch-ups. That's always the goal, but that's gonna take a hot minute, so we'll just kind of see when I get around to that today. It just dawned on me that if I want to film TikToks when the babies wake up with the babies, then I better curl my hair right now. So we are going to get to that. I'm just gonna do a quick little time lapse for you guys while I listen to a podcast, because this is like my me time, which I love. I love listening to podcasts. If you guys have favorite podcasts or podcast recommendations, definitely drop them in the comments below, because I'm always looking for like new content to watch and keep me interested, especially when I'm like driving in the car, things like that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with these lovely locks. I did it, your girl is ready, and it's only 2:00 p.m. That is so mom life, having your kids up and ready at like 10 a.m. and then you're like running around like a crazy person in a bathrobe with like your hair in a towel. But mom finally got herself put together, which is great. I have really been making it a goal to prioritize myself and making sure that I feel good every day. I've also just noticed it's not necessarily about like getting ready, but it's just the fact that I like needed to wash my hair and I wanted to feel put together for content that I'm creating. And I've just noticed that if I feel confident and I feel good and like I accomplished what I need to, then it's easier for me to continue to be productive and want to film all the content that I need and everything like that. So this is your sign. If you're a mama and you need a little break, then have your husband watch the kiddos or strap them into somewhere that's safe and go take a shower and wash your hair or take a bath because you need it. Which, let me just say, baths hit different when you are a parent. I mean, tell me that that is not the truth. You know what I love to do? I have like one of those little bath trays that I just got off of like Amazon, and I'll do like a bath bomb and I'll set up my phone and watch like reality TV after my kids go to bed. And you know, I'm adding bubbles, like no shame. And then I've got like my little true fruit berries that I love in like a little cup, and I'm sipping on a diet soda, and I'm just like, truly, life doesn't get better than this. Guess what we're about to do? We're gonna have a little chit chat, not a surprise. I'm sure that you guys are totally used to these by now, but I love my little chit chats with you guys. You guys know, like, I'm a chatty gal, okay? And I really need people to talk to about the things that I'm going through in my life, because they're very unique. They're very circumstantial, so it's just kind of nice to like have a big group of friends that I can just sit down and chat with all the time. Here, I need to angle you guys down. Oh, too far. Okay. We good? Okay, perfect. Holy guacamole. I'm such a Utah mom with the Stanley Cup, let me just tell you. Have you guys seen all of those TikToks about Utah moms? Let me just tell you that I flippin' check every single box when it comes to those TikToks. They're so funny and just like so spot on. I'm gonna be answering a very frequently asked question. You guys know, if you guys ever have any questions and you leave them in the comments below, if I'm not able to get back to you, then it is likely that I'm gonna be doing a full dedicated video for you. So if you ever see a question that you also are wondering the same thing, be sure to give it a thumbs up or heart the question. That way I know that a lot of you are wondering, and I will absolutely address it in a video. The question I'm going to be addressing today is about Beckham's doctors. You guys know that Beckham obviously has a lot of doctors, but I'm actually going to be going over some specific diagnosis that Beckham has that you guys actually don't even know about, and also the specialty doctors that he has, because there are a lot. And I really think that this will kind of help you guys see why we're so busy with doctor appointments and how hands-on we are with like every single part of Beckham's body. You guys would honestly be shocked. Like, Beckham has a specialty doctor for like every part of his body. I always joke about that. But we are really, really grateful. I full-heartedly believe that we live about an hour away from one of the best hospitals in the entire country. So all of the doctors that we work with, we've just had the best experiences with. Like, there's not a single doctor that Beckham has that we are not just so grateful for. We vibe with all of them. I do think a big reason for that is because a lot of these doctors I met when Beckham was actually still in the NICU. So they've known him for so long, and their bedside manner is just phenomenal. It is just amazing with doctors that deal with babies that are premature or special needs doctors. They really understand how sensitive and tender parents' hearts are, which I really, really appreciate, because nothing is worse than getting a doctor just with terrible bedside manner. And very fortunately, I've been blessed with just like the best doctors for my son. Starting off with the obvious doctors that Beckham has are his therapists. We actually have at-home therapists, and we have therapists that are actually in the hospital, and Beckham sees both. So the therapists that are in the hospital are a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, and a feeding therapist, but the occupational and feeding therapist are actually the same person. So we work with both of those therapists and or doctors, whatever you want to call them. These are just going to be like the therapists, doctors, basically just the professionals that Beckham sees. So we have those two that are up at the hospital, and Beckham only sees them once or twice a month because we also have our in-home therapy, which is so convenient, especially with the age that Blakely is at and with how much Hunter works. Number one, with COVID, it's really difficult because I can't really take Blakely to Beckham's appointments. And so that's been tough, and it's just nice to have them be able to come to our home so I don't have to worry about that. Of course, if that wasn't a possibility, we would totally figure it out and family would help us, or we'd hire a babysitter. But this is, of course, just the best case scenario. With this therapist here at home, we have a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a vision specialist, and I think that's actually it for the ones that come to our home. Yes, that is it. So those are 3 different specialists, and Beckham sees all of them once a month. So we have an appointment with Kids on the Move is what the program is called. And Kids on the Move is what Beckham has been doing since he got home from the NICU. So those 3 doctors I love and adore. They've been with Beckham since literally he was like home with me. So I'm really close with them. And they also were the same therapist that saw Beckham in our old home because we only live like 5 minutes away from where our first house was. So it was nice when we moved that we didn't have to switch doctors. Kids on the Move is actually coming to an end. So Beckham is only going to be seeing those specific therapists for a couple more months because Kids on the Move is what we phase out of as Beckham goes into preschool, which is literally just still mind-blowing to me. I'm so excited to create his class schedule, and you guys know that I will be updating you the second that I have that. But it is kind of bittersweet with Kids on the Move because I'm so used to them coming to my home, but I know that going into that special education preschool is obviously going to be so beneficial for Beckham. And it's actually been Kids on the Move that has helped me set up all of my appointments and like connected me with the program for the school district that we're in. So I'm super grateful for them just like handing me off so gracefully and so sensitively, because it was really scary when we first kind of started making that switch, because it's just scary to trust people with your children, especially if your children have very unique needs. So those are all of our therapists per se. So we have the ones at the hospital, and then we have the ones that are here at home that are going to be switching to the school district doctors that then Beckham will work with. When Beckham goes into his schooling, I anticipate that we will no longer see the doctors that are at the hospital, because I think that the school district and like the schooling, which is really just education but at an appropriate rate for which Beckham can comprehend, so it's really going to be like therapy galore, which is amazing. That's going to kind of take over like everything that we're doing right now in terms of therapy. So with that being said, we also have this whole other world of actual doctors that specialize in Beckham's body and help us with everything that Beckham needs, all of his surgeries, etc. So as you guys know, Beckham had a brain bleed, so he does have a brain specialist that actually operated on Beckham and gave him his first brain surgery when he was 3 weeks old. I don't know if you guys actually know that. Have I ever told you that Beckham literally got brain surgery when we were 3 weeks into the NICU and he was like 3 pounds? If I've told you that, comment below. If you haven't, I definitely need to do a video and give you guys that story time. But that is when he had his reservoir placed. So that doctor has continued to follow up with Beckham because he placed the reservoir and then he also removed the reservoir, which is kind of funny. Beckham got his reservoir removed while I was in the hospital delivering Blakely, because Blakely came early, so we weren't expecting that. So that was a little bit hectic. So my parents were actually with Beckham during that surgery, and thank goodness they were there. We were actually in connecting buildings. If any of you are familiar with Utah, I was in the University of Utah delivering Blakely, and then Beckham was in Primary Children's getting his surgery. So the buildings were like connected, but we weren't discharged or anything, so we couldn't really leave. But of course my parents took great care of him, and the surgery was super easy to get it removed. So that specific doctor I just love so much. He is one of the best surgeons in the entire country. When I was in the NICU, and I was obviously terrified for my baby who was 3 pounds to receive brain surgery and have that reservoir placed, he has the best bedside manner in the entire world. He's such a phenomenal surgeon, and he just brought me so much comfort. And you know, Beckham wouldn't be here if that surgery didn't take place, because the blood in Beckham's brain was not draining properly and it was clotting, and so it wasn't allowing his spinal fluid to drain the way that it was supposed to. And so we had to place that little reservoir for his spinal fluid, I think is what it's called, to drain properly. It's just like a little reservoir. And so Beckham needed that for the duration of his stay in the NICU. And then we were lucky enough to not have have to get a shunt placed. So that is Beckham's brain surgeon. Now, another thing, I don't think you guys know this about Beckham. This is a diagnosis that I don't think I've ever told you guys about, which is honestly kind of surreal because I tell you absolutely everything. But Beckham is actually diagnosed with BPD, which is a lung disorder, and that comes from him being on a ventilator for so long in the NICU. Beckham didn't get off of oxygen until we were back home from the NICU. So even though Beckham is not affected by his BPD, he does have a pulmonary specialist that we see like once a year, and she checks Beckham's lungs. She makes sure that his oxygen is doing well. And fortunately, we haven't had to utilize her in quite a long time, which has been great. But he does have that pulmonary specialist, and that is something that is in his records, and it is a diagnosis that he has. The next specialist that we are so grateful for is Beckham's eye doctor and eye surgeon. She is so phenomenal. She is the one who performed Beckham's eye surgery when he got it back in December, and she is just amazing. That entire surgery was done under a microscope, you guys. Like, that is mind-blowing. She is so brilliant. She's just so great. Her bedside manner is phenomenal. She's so sweet. She lets us film at like every single appointment, which is just so sweet of her. She's really supportive of our family. And she actually followed Beckham and checked him the entire time he was in the NICU. So that's another doctor that I met in the NICU with Beckham. So it's just really comforting that I've known all of these doctors for so many years, and they really make you feel like they know who you are and they don't forget your baby. And it's just really sweet and special because I know that she has a ton of patients, and she always makes me feel like Beckham is her only patient, which is so sweet. The next doctor and specialist that we have honestly might be my favorite. It's so hard to pick though because like I love them all so much. But this doctor, when I met her, she just like changed my life, for real, you guys. She just changed my perspective on Beckham having cerebral palsy, and it was just incredible. And I needed her. When I met her, it was right when God knew that I needed her. And that is Beckham's cerebral palsy specialist, who is up at the hospital, and she's the one who administers the Botox injections for Beckham. She's also going to be the CP specialist who follows him until he's 18. Do you know how comforting that is to love and adore the person who is literally going to help you with every single thing that you could possibly need for your child who is disabled until they become an adult? It is just amazing. She is so uplifting. She is the person who said to me, we are not going to make Beckham fit the needs of the world. We are going to make our world fit Beckham. And it just brought me so much hope. And I think I've told you guys this, but when I met with her, she just made me feel like there is literally no scenario in life in which you do not end up so happy and excited. And that just made me feel so good. And she is just so sensitive when she talks to us. Her demeanor with Beckham is just out of this world. She's like an actual angel. And she is just amazing. She was just born to do this. I swear to you that she just like has a light in her like I've never seen. And so that is just such a blessing that we have such a phenomenal doctor. And when I say that she is actually his cerebral palsy specialist, she literally makes sure that we have like everything that we need. She connects us with every doctor that we need. She connects us with every piece of equipment that we need. She checks Beckham's hips to make sure that his hips haven't come out of the socket. She schedules all of those x-rays. She tells us when he needs Botox. She tells us what surgeries he's gonna need, what doctors he's gonna need, what he needs for schooling, what we need for our home, like everything. She literally is like the umbrella under which all of our other doctors sit, if that makes sense. Am I crazy or did something just fall behind me? I think I'm seeing stuff. It's a little bit creepy. Okay, I think that's it. I'm like, am I forgetting anybody? Oh my goodness, I think I am, because that didn't sound like enough. And I know that sounded like a ton to you guys, but I mean, seriously, there's a lot. Do you wanna know what else? Oh my goodness, if I even mentioned this, I think I need to take Beckham to the dentist soon. Isn't that mind-blowing? I'm like, my baby needs a dentist? Oh, duh, his pediatrician. Oh my gosh, that's like the most obvious one. But that's because like every child has a pediatrician, so it almost like slips my mind. But Beckham has a pediatrician who is amazing. He is literally like the best. It's impossible. I can't even pick. I really can't even pick who my favorite doctor is, honestly. But Beckham's pediatrician, out of this world. He is just amazing, like literally the best doctor in the entire world. He literally took Beckham's first appointment on his lunch break because he knew that Beckham was a very unique, special little boy, and he sat there and talked with us for like an hour while Beckham was like peeing and pooping, and we had monitors going off, and I had a stroller with Beckham's oxygen tank and his monitor, and it was just like, I was such a mess. I had no idea what I was doing. I was so terrified because we went to the pediatrician like 2 days after Beckham got home from the NICU. So I was just like barely staying above water. I was the happiest I've ever been, don't get me wrong, to have my baby home with me. But it was also like absolutely terrifying knowing that his life literally was dependent on how smart and how capable I was of taking care of him. And his pediatrician just is so sweet. He always calls me super mom and just tells me that I was made to do this, and he just like really makes me believe that. I could literally get emotional. What's new? Talking about him. He's so sweet. So he is also Blakely's pediatrician, of course, because we will never ever switch pediatricians. He's so amazing. But that actually wraps it up. I think that is actually it. So that is to answer the question, like, how many doctors does Beckham have? I've even seen people ask me, like, do you take Beckham to the pediatrician? Yes, I do. It literally just slips my mind, and it's such like a boring, typical appointment that I feel like I never vlog it. But yes, he does have a pediatrician. He has a doctor for, I swear to you, every part of his body, and I think that just pretty much proved it. Fortunately, we've never had any concerns or issues with like Beckham's heart, which I'm so grateful for. So we don't have a specialist like for his heart or anything like that, but we pretty much do for everything else. So like I said, we are so blessed and so fortunate to have access to such incredible doctors. I don't know what we would do if we didn't have them, and they've just made me feel so good. You know, it's just so wonderful when you have great doctors. So hopefully that answers all of your guys' questions specifically about that. If you have more, of course, leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna race and eat lunch in peace before my little nuggets wake up and we hang out with them. You guys, I just stood up and my knees are stuck in the holes of my hands. Okay, fine, Dad, I'll stop buying jeans that have holes in them, okay? Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're good. My children have risen, and look at how good her hair stayed in. Look at how good it stayed in when you napped. Good job, Chica. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful personality that you have got, sweetheart. All right, I think your brother wants to say hi. Can you hear him over here? Excuse me, sir, did you want to say hello? Say hello to your friends. Hello. Okay, I know, but you have to sit for just a couple minutes because you just ate. We don't want you to throw up, baby. I wouldn't say that he's like ecstatic that I'm making him sit in his high chair, but we are gonna get good use out of it. I wanna practice some like hand-eye coordination really quick. So I'm gonna play a little game with him. All right, I just grabbed a couple little silicone spoons so they won't hurt if he takes them to his mouth. And I'm just gonna practice having him switch toys between hands and bring it up to his mouth. We're just letting his food settle from lunch. Good job. Okay, let's practice with this one. Look. Can you get it? Good job. So that's like his go-to move, is throwing it off to the left. So we really want to practice having him bring it to his mouth or having him swap between hands. Okay, we try again. Ready? Good. Oh, now where did it go? Good, honey. Get it again. Both at the same time? Holy guacamole, good job. Okay, good. Now watch. Okay, now right there. Oh my goodness. Beckham, high five. That was amazing. High five, baby. Okay, let's try that again. Sure, let's do it with that one. Good. Do you see when I kind of eliminate the option to throw it off to the side, he's much more likely to bring it to midline? He almost just transferred it between hands. Good job, baby. Oh, what if we put him over here? No, what if we put it over there? Good job! Good. Good job. I'm not gonna let you put it over there. Thank you. Okay, now what about this hand? Good. Good job, sweetie. Now what if I give you the option? Give me the hold. Good. Oh, where'd it go? Now let's practice. Now, oh, wait a second. Good. Good job, hun. Good job. Okay, now what if I just, oh. Okay, now what if we just went like this? And we just, oh, bop. Oh, bop. Oh, we bop it right there. Look, that's so safe. Oh, okay, that was a little resistant. That's okay. But did you see how safe that was? Good. Good, babe. Good job. Good job. Wow, look at that. Just at the beginning, the first thing he did was just toss it right off the tray. And now after a couple minutes, he's bringing it so much more to midline. He's kind of getting that right hand involved, and he's taking it to his chest, which I think he's actually aiming for his mouth a little bit. It's just like these little repetitive things, nowhere to go, that we can do every single day that I just know is gonna make the biggest difference, you know, in his development. Where is it? It's up high. Can you see it? Is it up high? Good job, sweetheart. Good job. All right, you guys, I'm in a predicament. Also, doesn't it kind of look like I have short hair right now? Okay, 1 second. This wasn't the predicament, but one appeared. Let's not pretend like we don't all do it. You know what I mean? Back to my actual predicament. Now that the TV is on for the children, I'm doing the best I can, you guys. I'm really just doing the best that I can. If you know of any educational TV shows, I literally beg of you to leave them in the comments. I think I've asked this before, but I don't remember what video it was on, so I don't know how to refer back to the comments. But I desperately need this dressing from Trader Joe's. It is so good. It's like this cilantro dressing, and it's just amazing. And I have my salad and my chicken here, but I need the dressing or I can't have the meal. And so I just desperately need to go. But you guys know, I'm terrified of taking my kids out in public, and I desperately need to go to Ulta, and I'm just like, do I leave my house or do I ask Hunter to go do everything for me? I also had to move my desk to over here by my windows in the kitchen, just because you guys know with Blakely and her age, things are literally just like getting dangerous. Like I have to have my eyes on her at all times. So I just decided, you know what, if I ever want to edit in the middle of the day when the kids are awake, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm in the same room as them. So this has just worked out perfectly, and honestly, I think Blakely likes that she can just see me. Because at first it was kind of like out of sight, out of mind when I would go into the front office, but I just have to be extra careful now that she is a little climber, as you guys have seen, and I'm trying to keep her off the furniture. So it's just been nice to have my desk like out in the kitchen. It's not ideal, but it's what I need to do while Hunter's in season. When Hunter is home, then I can kind of sneak away into my office, but obviously my kids are a priority above any and all work, but this has definitely worked out, just kind of moving my office out here. I'm literally just editing, and exhibit A on why I have to be in the same room as this crazy girl. Like, what is she doing? Oh my goodness. And I'm positive she chucked all of the cushions off the couch. I guarantee it. Go gotta give it to her though, guys. I mean, she really entertains herself. Update, I decided not to torture Hunter because I am a fabulous wife, and I knew that if I asked him to go to Ulta and Trader Joe's, he would die a little bit inside, and he would still say yes because he is a perfect husband. Come here, Blakers, we're gonna say goodbye to the vlog. Huh. Wait, where'd she go? Where's my girl? Come here. We're gonna say goodbye to the vlog. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Blakers. That was the cutest thing you guys have ever seen. I absolutely know factually that was the cutest thing you've ever seen. But we do want to go ahead and close out the vlog. Can you say bye?
Happy.
What do we have to remind them?
Happy.
Say,
Happy.
be brave like Beckham.
Bye.
Brave like Beckham. We love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.